Okay, so here's my side-by-side comparison with my teal Baroque Filofax. This is the personal size, just so you guys can get a gist of the color as well as the size of the actual planner. So it looks very comparable. Let's go ahead and open this up. And then let's open this up. I don't know the ring size of the organizer, but that's the inside. I also found this little card that was on the inside of this secretarial pocket right here. It sort of reminds me of how the Saffiano is with the secretarial pocket like that. And it has these 1, 2, 3 slots there. This one, let's see how deep. See, this is a pretty big card. I think it almost goes all the way in. Oh, no, it just goes about right there. So it looks like it ends somewhere right here. So that's how big that pocket is. And then there are the rings there. So you can see that it will fit the inserts like so. I'm gonna grab some Filofax paper and put it inside here to see how it compares with the paper inside here. I'll be back 1 second. Okay, so I've put in my Filofax cotton cream personal size pages into the kikki-K, and they're the same size. So as you can see, there's no overhang or anything. They're exactly the same size, and the holes of the paper fit in just perfectly and has no problems turning at all. So they are exactly the same size there. So if I were to put the kikki-K into my Filofax, they would work as well. So they are interchangeable if you would like to use kikki-K inserts in your planner, in your Filofax. So that's that there. Let's show you guys the pen case that I got to match with it. Let me just put this around like so. It's attached like this. So we'll see how that goes over time. My cousin Jessica, she does have one as well, and hers is starting to fray a little bit. I did notice. But that's the thing when you have these fabric elastic bands. So this is the box that it came in. And then I took out the plastic around it and I cut the tape off. But basically it comes in this little tissue paper in the box. And it's just like the organizer. Very same color. And that's how big it is, or how long it is. Almost the same length, a little bit longer than the organizer. It has the gold zipper, or gold looking zipper here, which is made out of metal, I believe. And then these cute, it looks like kind of like leather ribbon to pull it open. So that's how it looks like all around. And then it has the gold kikki-K like so. Let's see if I can open this up with one hand. Okay, so the zipper seems pretty smooth there, even with just one hand. Oh, that's nice that they kind of made the zipper go all the way this way, so that way you can really open up the bag nicely. I'm just going to fit in some pens here. Let's see, let's grab a Coletto. Let's grab a couple of them. And my favorite Friction, Pilot Friction pens. Okay, let me just put that in here. So the inside has the black with the polka dots, really cute. And they seem to fit the pens really well. So that's very nice. It doesn't seem bulky at all. I've put in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pens in there. So it's still pretty flat there. no bulk at all. So you can pretty stuff this pretty well, I think. So that's really nice. I'm trying to see if there's any other detail that I don't want to miss here. Let's see how the gold stays on this organizer. I'll give you guys an update on that, but you can see how pretty that is. Okay, well that's my little review for that. Okay, just to show you guys a comparison between the length of the organizer, the kikki-K is a little bit longer than the personal size Filofax, even though it takes the same inserts, but the actual size of the organizer is a little bit wider. So I tried to fit in my Franklin Covey inserts on the inside to see how that would work, and I've put a pen here. This is a pretty large pen. It's the Pentel Energel pen here. So I'm going to close this up, and you can see that the dividers don't stick out. So if you wanted to use Franklin Covey inserts in this planner, you could certainly do that. Here's the outside. You could see I've put the inserts towards the front of the organizer here. There's a little bit here, and then I've placed, these are my Simplicity Franklin Covey monthly inserts. But if I were to put it towards the middle, then maybe the pen would be in the way, but since the pen loop is on this side of the organizer, I've put the inserts towards the front so that they wouldn't jam the pen, or the pen wouldn't jam the tabs there, but it could certainly work. Hopefully you guys can see that, but yes, it doesn't show through the outside of the organizer there. So that's pretty neat that I thought I would share with you. And then, okay, so I did some testing with the inserts. I tried the Studio Alto. Let me sit down here. Let's see, what did I use? The List It set, which you all know that I love to use it with my planner paper to create checklists. So I did that with the notes, and I wanted to see if I could put a checklist down the note paper here, and they fit somewhat. As you can see here, that it is not exactly, but it does fit in between the lines enough to do it if you wanted to. So that's how that looks there. I did stamp it with the Craft Smart Pigment ink, and then I tested a few more inks here. Some of the inks that I love are the Versamagic chalk inks, and I tested that right here, and same with the stamp. Hopefully, let me zoom in here for you all. You can see the lines very faintly, but the word from the Studio Alto E stamps, they do fit in between the lines very well. So if you wanted to use that, it will work. And then the checklist stamp does fit in between the middle of the lines very well. So if you wanted to use that, that will work as well. Just a couple other stamps that I tried to use here is that Hydrate Stamp, which is from the Studio Alto E Planet stamp set, which is this one right here. I just didn't stamp that hydrate word right there. I used the chalk ink, which is in that teardrop shape, and really use that tip to really get into the details in that stamp there. So that's how you could use that stamp as well there, and see how that fits in between the lines. Here are a couple pens that I also tested it on. The Pilot High-Tech C Coletto, which is a multi-pen. Pentel Energel Pilot Friction, which is, these are erasable pens, and I've tried it in different points in the 0.38, the 5, and the 7. A G2, a Mica, a Sino, a couple Sinos of 0.7 and 0.3, a couple of fountain pens, and let's see, friction marker in here. My markers here, Staedtler Tripus Fine Liner, the Sharpie pen, and the La Pen. So let's flip that over. You can see not too bad. This ink here that you could see a little bit of show through was the Memento dye ink. So again, dye inks are going to seep through the paper a little bit more than pigment inks, which sit on top of the paper, so that's why you see that bleed through there. These are black inks. This one right here, which shows up really nice, is the VersaFine pigment ink. And I love using this stamp pad with, or that ink pad with these clear stamps, because they just, you can see the details really nicely there. And then I used another dye ink here, which is actually in gray. If I flip that over, you could see a little bit of shadowing there. It doesn't necessarily bleed through the pages, but if that bothers you, then that might not be an option for you. I have the friction marker on this side, which is a very light marker, but very, very light shadowing. Here's the Staedtler Typist Fine Liner. The Sharpie pen actually is not that bad. The Le Pens and the Staedtler did show through a little bit more than the other ones. And then here's the fountain pens right here. The Plumix did show, there was a minimal bleed through. Minimal, really? Okay, and then the Preppy is right here. The G2, I could see there is some bleed through, especially where I started and stopped. The other pens didn't show through that bad, and there is a little bit of shadowing with the other pens there. This ink is actually, yeah, the Lulu Lavender. The reason why I show through is because I stamped it on this side. So let's see if I flip that over. You can see the shadowing right there from that ink there. So that's why you see a little bit more there, because I stamped it on that side. But not bad, you know, if you see it from far away you can't really tell. But I like how the words fit in between the lines there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the kikki-K.